they called me. He called me, and then I went to them. There were two of them. They asked me to sit at the back seat. They showed me their ID, and then I was chauffeur driven to the police station. They asked of my statement. I made my statement, told them all that happened. Hey, once now.
Yeah, it's Don Chi, Schedule, movement.
So, welcome once again to my channel. This is Namens here. If you are new, don't forget to click the subscribe button below and click the bell beside it so you get notified whenever I upload other videos. So, welcome to my channel once again. So, today it's story time. I got picked up by the police a few days back, so I said I was going to talk about it and let you know how it's like in case you get picked up by the police in the UAE. All right, so if the video gets too long, then I will do a part 2 so that I can let you know everything from the start up to when I came out. All right, so now I'm Nelson Mandela or Kwame Nkrumah. All right, I had all those guys needed to go to prison before they become president. So once I tested cells, then maybe I'm also a presidential material. All right, so on 30th September, just this past 30th September, I went to work like normal and had a little fracas with a colleague at work. Just a little issue. So I actually thought it was nothing. There was no exchange of like blows or anything. It was just a little argument. So along the line, the guy said I had punched him and he happened to have a little blood somewhere around the nostrils. So I didn't take it serious. I thought it was one of those things. Then the next day I had information from some quarters that the guy had made a case at the police station and that the police might be calling me. So I said, okay, let's wait and see how it goes. So on my way to work on the 1st of September, the 1st of October rather, the police called. A landline called me, and apparently it was from the police station. And then they asked if they mentioned my name and asked if I was the one. I said yes. And they said they were inviting me to the station the next day. So I said, okay, all right, that's fine, I will show up. Then when I got to work, a mobile phone number called me again, apparently from the CID who was in charge of the case. Hey, once in a while, grounds was the CID who was in charge of the case. And then he asked my location. I showed him the location and he said they were coming over. So I was at work when they got there and they called me. He called me and then I went to them. There were two of them. They asked me to sit at the back seat. They showed me their ID. And then I was chauffeur driven to the police station. They asked of my statement. I made my statement, told them all that happened. Hey, once now. I told them all that happened and asked one of my friends who works in the control room of the area to make a short video of the time I had the incident with the guy, the confrontation with the guy, and bring it to the station. So that was done. Then the police told me once a case like that has been made against me, it's a criminal case, so I'll have to be locked up so that the next day I'll be taken to court, and then when I clear myself, I can also make a counter case against the guy. I said, okay. It wasn't like I had a choice. It wasn't like I could say, no, I will go home and report the next day. That's the procedure. So after everything, after logging in everything, whatever, my phones were taken, everything placed in a bag, and then I was sent inside. I was sent inside the cells. It's interesting. So, in the cells, you know, when they say human rights, or when they say innocent until proven guilty, the conditions of a cell should even be the case. Like, it should be innocent until proven guilty. Even the conditions existing in the cell should be the case. Imagine you are innocent of a crime and you go to a cell and the conditions are crazy. It means you are even living the life of a criminal already, even though you might be innocent. So they're saying that innocent until proven guilty, even the cell's conditions should be the case. And that is what I meant there. You see, when all the time I'm talking about UAE, somebody might say, this guy is so obsessed with the UAE. But even in their cells, they have double beds, mattresses with blankets. It's fully air conditioned. There is toilets and bath. And they actually feed you 3 times a day. Can you imagine? 3 times a day. They don't allow food to come from outside. But in the morning, they will bring you tea with something they call kubus. It's like bread, 2 eggs, and a jam. Whilst you are in the cell. In the afternoon, they brought rice with chicken, dates, and orange. And in the evening, I remember they brought sausage soup with kubus, that is a flat bread, and bananas. So, you see, when they say innocent until proven guilty, even the conditions existing in a cell should be the case. So even though I was locked up, it didn't feel like, the only thing was that, you know, we are all obsessed with our phones. So the fact that my phone wasn't with me, yeah, that's what I missed. And the fact that people outside will be worried about me. They didn't know what actually was happening. That's what got me worried. But apart from that, I was cool, really. All right, so I was put in the cell that evening, and I was supposed to be taken to court the next day. So that evening, I was served with dal. It's like a bean sauce, and kubus, that flat bread. And that was it for that evening. So the next morning, I was expected to be taken to court, but when they came to call the guys who were processed for court, unfortunately, my name wasn't mentioned. So I had to stay in for another time till the next morning. So we will talk about the next morning and when I was picked up to court and all that happened, all right, in my next video. So stay tuned. God bless and catch you another time. Bye.